Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday, January the 10th, and I'm just in my office. Today I was just doing some stuff around the house and some cleaning and that, and getting ready for the garden of 2026. Can't believe we're in the next year. I can't believe I got as much out of the garden as I did last year. This year we're going to really push it to its limits, especially the property. So we're going to plant in other places. I'm going to do some planting at my mom's house, and we'll get into that. What I want to do is go over last year's garden, how much everything kind of cost, because I did not do that. And I know I said I was going to do that. So last year's garden was really good. I ended up getting a whole bunch of seeds from, where did I buy my seeds from? I got a whole bunch on Etsy. So a whole bunch of the designer zinnias and stuff like that. I liked most of the things that I got. I didn't have luck with cucumbers last year. Didn't get a lot, although a lot of people in my area did not get a lot of cucumbers. Just going through my garden planning book that I had. I'm starting another one for this year. So let's just go through everything together. I did get an elderberry plant, so that is with my raspberries now, and I did get all my mom's raspberries from her garden she brought over, and they're actually ever-bearing raspberries, and they're from my sister-in-law's garden too. So I'm interested to see how well they do in bed number 2 and if they stay there. Now we ended up, let's go through the cost first. Oh, I did buy some seeds from M.I. Gardener. The paprika ones, I got maybe 4 little paprikas. That's it. The poblanos, I got none. I didn't get any onions. I got some jalapenos. I got a couple lilac bell peppers, but not big. Same with the Sunbright and the big red ones. I got no ruby red long day onions. I did not plant the celeriac that I got. I got a lot of carrots, and I got a couple of pie pumpkins. I did preserve those pie pumpkins up. I pressure can them. I think when I do them next year, I'm not going to pressure can them. I'm going to freeze them because they kind of lose their really nice vibrant color. I did not plant the asters that I got from M.I. Gardener last year. So that was last year's seed purchases plus the Etsy. So I probably spent about maybe $100 on seeds, not even for the seeds. I did get some locally at a hardware store as well. So I didn't spend that much on seeds. I did spend a lot more this year on seeds, and I am going to buy starts, and we'll get into that. So for the garden that's out there, the raised beds we got from Vivor, and I believe that they were, how much were they? I believe the raised beds were almost $1,200 for all of them, and those 8 of them, 8 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot high. So I think they were $1,200, and they delivered them. We had to put them together. It was kind of, Terry did it. It was kind of like a painstaking thing to do because there's so many nuts and bolts, but he put them together. Now, we ended up also getting sand to put down underneath to level everything off, and some landscaping fabric and that as well. The sand we got from a local place, and that sand we got, I believe we got 5 yards or 10 yards. I think we got 10 yards of that, and that was $333. So that's just for the sand portion to go underneath everything to level it off. And then we ended up getting triple mix and river stone to put the stones down. The patio stones that we have in there to make the little sitting area, that we ended up getting from my dad. So we didn't buy those. He gave them to us. So the river stone for 10 yards was $660, and the triple mix for 10 yards was $600. It was delivery was $270. So altogether, all of that was with tax $1728.90 for all of that stuff there. This year we're going to get more, and I will obviously get into that in when we talk about 2026 garden. I got some bags of soil too to put to do like my plants and to start my plants, and that was probably about $30. So I just got like the bags of soil from the hardware store. The other thing we ended up getting was a 1,000-liter tote for the water, and that was, I think, a couple $100. And then we ended up having to get the lumber, so that was another couple $100. And we ended up having to get Terry's a plumber, but he did all the irrigation stuff, so those costs of all those things, I don't even know. I would say, let's say, a few $100 for that as well. So I think altogether, I'm gonna ballpark that whole garden last year, I would estimate, to put it in and to do what we did, was probably somewhere around, I would say, give or take, between $4,000 and $5,000 that was put into it to start it up. Now we're not going to put that much into it. We won't have to. We are going to extend that garden over the next few years. Probably not this year, but I want to put 4 more beds at the very front, in front of 1 and 2. I want to put 4 more, but that will be a later date. So that was kind of what we did in 2025. What I liked and what I did not like. So the peppers, I'm going to buy them as starts at this greenhouse up in my area called Sun Harvest. That is where I bought some of my starts last year, and I absolutely loved it. I bought my onion starts, and I bought some pepper starts, and I bought some herbs. I bought tomato starts there, so that is where I'm going. And I am also going to take my mom there to get her tomatoes in that. All of the soil and the river stone we got from a place up here called Sydenham Landscaping, and that's where we're going to get this year's products as well. We really enjoyed them. We really liked their service. They came through. They were supposed to bring everything in a 10-yard truck. Unfortunately, their truck broke down, and they brought it down 4 loads, and they're probably about 40 kilometers away from us. They brought each load in the 5-yard truck, and they didn't charge us any extra for the delivery. So that was really nice. So I will continue to use Sydenham Landscaping. I love their products. I like their service. And we are going to be able to get that stuff earlier this year because I'm going to order smaller quantities, different things. But I'm also going to want to have it trucked in sooner. So even if I have to pay a little bit more in delivery, I want to be able to get to my garden sooner than I did last year. And we have load restrictions on our road until certain times of the year. I think they're actually putting load restrictions on now, and it's beginning of January because of the weather we've been having. Now this year, the weather is extremely different than last winter. Last winter was a very mild winter. This winter, it's freezing, it's bad snow, bad ice storms, then we have mild temperatures. Yesterday it was like 7 degrees, then it's going to go down to minus like 12. So we kind of have different, this winter is a little bit worse, which I'm really hoping that it's going to help the drought situation, because we did have a bit of a drought last year. Everybody here had a drought, lots of them. So let's hope that helps the whole situation. Now the peppers, I'm going to buy a starts, same with the tomatoes. I absolutely love doing that. I think the only peppers I would start on my own are lemon drop and the peach rush peppers, which I have not ordered any this year. I'm debating whether I want to order them. I was thinking of doing a cowboy candy kind of with those peppers. I did cowboy candy. I did not film it, but I did it, and I was almost like, oh, I don't think this is going to work out. And my dad ended up loving it because I did not boil my jalapenos in with all this stuff, so it wasn't mushy. It's kind of like crunchy. So it was a success, but I think I want to experiment with different peppers to make a cowboy candy that way. I'm also going to do something different with the potatoes. I absolutely love the potatoes we had this year. It was almost like an afterthought to do that. So this year I want to try different things with potatoes in the garden. So like I said, the tomatoes were amazing. We got them from Sun Harvest. I got so many tomatoes. I don't personally like tomatoes. Terry likes them. I did do a roasted pasta sauce, and that is on my channel. So I do have some of the things that I did grow some of the preserving that on my channel if you want to take a look at my other videos. But that's something I'll probably do again this year, and kind of can that up and put it on the shelf or gift it as well. The ranunculuses that I started, I had I had one little flower. I don't think I will do ranunculuses right now. I think right now it's something that I kind of have to perfect my craft in, and it's not something I want to put the energy into for them. So that's something that I'm not going to do. Cosmos, I think I put them in the ground too late and they didn't get to grow. The cosmos that I got that were growing in my garden, I ended up getting where we got the tote for the water. So those were already growing and they were already established. So I did buy more cosmos this year in seeds, and I'm going to plant them right away once I'm able to sow once I'm able to put it in, and that there's no risk of frost or anything. The zinnias, I absolutely love my zinnias. I entered my zinnias in the little fair here and it won first place. I absolutely loved my Oklahoma zinnias. I did not like the Cinderella zinnias as much. I direct sowed my zinnias. I couldn't get everything in as soon as I wanted to because we didn't have the garden done. So this year I'm going to be ahead of the game, which is great. So I'm going to plant tons of zinnias. I loved them. I will always have them. My snapdragons, I absolutely love those as well. I will be planting them again. I did not plant my lisianthuses that I got the seeds for, so that I will have to kind of think if I want to plant them. That's going to be like a kind of like, do I want to do it or do I want to stick with what I know now and then maybe use them a different time? Celeriac, I plan on planting the celeriac this year. I got it last year, the seeds, and I'm going to do it this year in the garden as well. So there was that. The other things I planted were marigolds, which I absolutely love the marigolds. They were tall. They were great. They kept pests around. They got all the bees. They got all of the pollinators around. So I'll be using those seeds that I got from the marigolds to replant marigolds as well. And I have to start those indoors. So I'll be starting those indoors. The other things that I liked my pumpkins. So I'm going to be doing different varieties of pumpkins. What else was there? The catnip. I will always have catnip in my garden. So, and catnip's a perennial, and I didn't know that, and I took my catnip out. So I'll be leaving it in next year, and I'm going to get that as a start at Sun Harvest because that's what I did last year. But that was just such an amazing pollinator for the garden. My herbs, I'm going to maximize my herbs because I'm planning on getting a freeze dryer, and I want to freeze dry my own herbs as well. So that's going to be something I'm going to want to maximize out in my herb garden planters and in the garden as well. What else did I plant? Trying to think. My snow peas and my snap peas. Those ones I am going to plant the same place, except I'm getting trellises, and I'm going to plant them sooner and try and do 2 successions of them next year because I like to blanch them and then freeze them for the year. So that was another thing. My carrots I absolutely loved. They were good. And I bought pelleted and coated carrots this year to do. So we're going to maximize that. So that was kind of like everything for last year, the cost and what I did and everything. We didn't plant out the wooden planters like I thought I was. That we're going to maximize this year. And the front, I kind of just left as is. I did take out that front little corner section that always bothered me, and we put some pea gravel down in a little patio stone so I could just put something there. So I am going to add some things at the front, so we'll get into that. But for now, this is everything that I did in 2025 that worked and didn't work, and the cost of everything, basically. It was a bit of money to do. It is an investment. I find that it's something that I enjoy doing. It does help us through the year. I do get to preserve things up. It saves us on some of our groceries, and it is enjoyable for me to be able to do it and make all these things for our house. And that, the pickles that I made this year, which I have a video up, they were the best pickles I have ever made in my life. By far the best pickles. and they were so easy. So if you want to find a really good easy pickle recipe, check that one out because they are the best pickles I've ever made. So that was kind of the wrap up of 2025 of the garden. I'm going to do the 2026 garden in another video. So then that way, if you want to look back on this one, you can, and you could just go to the 2025 one or 2026 one if you want. But all in all, it was between about $4,000 and $5,000 to put that garden in, what we did so far. We will be investing a little bit this year, but not as much. And there are other things, exciting things that we're going to do in the garden for 2026. So thank you very much for sticking around for the 2025 garden season and for watching this video. If you know anybody that would like this video, go ahead and share it, subscribe if you can, and like it if you do. I will see you guys in the next one, and have a great day.